Agustín de Iturbide was born into a world on the cusp of change, a time when the winds of revolution were beginning to stir. He entered this world on September 27, 1783, in Valladolid, Mexico, a city that would later be renamed Morelia in honor of another revolutionary hero. This was a time when Mexico chafed under Spanish rule, a period marked by social and economic inequalities that fueled growing unrest. Iturbide's family were wealthy landowners, firm in their loyalty to the Spanish crown, enjoying the privileges and status that came with their allegiance. Young Agustín seemed destined for a life of privilege, surrounded by the comforts and opportunities afforded to the elite. He received a good education, showing an early aptitude for languages and mathematics, skills that would serve him well in his future endeavors. At the age of 17, Iturbide made a life-altering decision, one that would set him on a path of military and political significance. He chose to enlist in the Spanish army, a decision that was both a reflection of his family's loyalty and his own ambitions. This was a path that would shape his destiny and that of Mexico, intertwining his fate with the nation's struggle for independence. Iturbide quickly rose through the ranks, demonstrating a keen understanding of military strategy and leadership. He was a natural leader, known for his bravery and tactical skills, earning the respect and admiration of his peers and superiors. He participated in numerous campaigns against insurgents and bandits, gaining valuable combat experience and honing his military prowess. These experiences honed his military prowess, making him a formidable force on the battlefield. They also provided him with valuable insights into the complexities of Mexican society, understanding the diverse and often conflicting interests of its people. Iturbide's early years in the army were marked by unwavering loyalty to Spain, a commitment to maintaining the colonial order. He believed in maintaining order and suppressing any threat to the established order, seeing it as his duty to uphold the stability of the Spanish Empire. However, fate, as it often does, had other plans for the ambitious young officer, plans that would challenge his beliefs and reshape his destiny. His convictions would be tested and his loyalties would shift dramatically in the years to come as he faced the moral dilemmas of a nation on the brink of revolution. The seeds of change were sown as he witnessed firsthand the growing discontent among the Mexican people, a discontent that would eventually lead to a full-blown struggle for independence. The year 1810 marked a turning point in Mexican history. It was a time of great upheaval and change as the winds of revolution began to sweep across the land. Miguel Hidalgo y Costilla, a Catholic priest, launched a rebellion against Spanish rule. His actions were driven by a deep sense of injustice and a desire to see his people free from the oppressive yoke of colonialism. This ignited the flames of independence that had been smouldering for years. The call for freedom resonated with many who had long suffered under Spanish domination. Hidalgo's call to arms, known as the Grito de Dolores, resonated deeply with the oppressed masses. It was a clarion call that awakened a sense of hope and possibility among the downtrodden. It plunged Mexico into a bloody struggle for freedom. The fight for independence was fierce and brutal, with many lives lost in the quest for liberty. Iturbide initially remained steadfast in his loyalty to Spain. He was a man of principle, dedicated to maintaining order and stability in a time of chaos. He viewed the insurgents as a threat to order and stability. To him, their actions seemed reckless and dangerous, threatening the very fabric of society. He fought fiercely against them, earning recognition for his ruthlessness in crushing rebellions. His reputation as a formidable military leader grew, and he became a key figure in the Spanish efforts to quell the uprising. However, as the war raged on, Iturbide began to question his convictions. The relentless violence and suffering he witnessed started to weigh heavily on his mind. The brutality of the conflict, coupled with the growing realization of Spain's disregard for its colonies, weighed heavily on his conscience. He saw firsthand the toll that the war was taking on the people he had sworn to protect. He witnessed the suffering of his people. The cries of the wounded and the sight of families torn apart by the conflict left an indelible mark on his soul. He heard their pleas for liberty, The voices of those yearning for freedom and justice began to resonate with him on a deeply personal level. This led to a gradual but profound transformation in his outlook. He started to see the insurgents not as mere rebels, but as individuals fighting for a just cause. By 1820, Iturbide's transformation was complete. He had undergone a significant change in perspective, one that would alter the course of his life and the fate of his nation. He could no longer condone the injustices perpetrated by the Spanish crown. The systemic oppression and exploitation of the Mexican people were no longer something he could support. He recognized the legitimate grievances of the Mexican people. Their struggles and aspirations became his own, and he felt a growing sense of responsibility to act on their behalf. He came to believe that Mexico deserved self-determination, free from the shackles of colonial rule. The idea of an independent Mexico, governed by its own people, became a powerful and compelling vision for him. This ideological shift set the stage for Iturbide's pivotal role in securing Mexico's independence. He began to collaborate with other revolutionaries, strategizing and planning for the future. He would soon become the architect of a plan that would unite a nation. His leadership and vision would prove instrumental in bringing together the diverse factions within Mexico, paving the way for a new era of independence and self-governance.